Hey, Brian from SnakeBytes here. I'm at the NARBC show in Tinley Park, Illinois. We're going to go inside and show you some really cool animals. You're watching SnakeBytes. The first animal I wanted to highlight when I was walking around the show that really caught my eye was this female Dumeril's boa. Now, first thing was that she's really big. You don't typically see Dumeril's boas this size. And secondly, they're just amazing animals. I used to work with these years ago. They're a boa from Madagascar. So again, with all the deforestation going on down in Madagascar, it's become really rare to get anything out of that country. And I would tend to think that only captive bred animals will ever be seen again. So they're really amazing. And I had to highlight this beautiful girl. You could tell how tame she is too. Not only is this retic an amazing animal, but an amazing story comes with it. It was actually a Lavender albino motley bred to an Indonesian caramel albino female. He was expecting to produce a bunch of double het, maybe motleys, because motley is co-dominant. But sure enough, half of the clutch came out caramel, which means it's an allelic animal, essentially meaning that if you get a Lavender albino to a caramel, half the babies are going to line up and produce caramels. So this is actually a caramel motley, which is an amazing, amazing snake.
How old was Brian when he had his first table at a reptile show? A, 15 years old, B, 17 years old, or C, 19 years old? Answer with a comment and keep watching to see if you're right.
These Isabel Island ground boas are really cool snakes, and believe it or not, the third snake that I ever produced happened to be a Solomon Island ground boa, which is Candelia carinata, which is the same species as this, but this is from a specific island. Now they'll pop 20 plus babies. The only problem is when they're born, they're really small, and sometimes they're a little difficult to get feeding because they really prefer little lizards. But once they get eating mice, they're really great animals. The one thing about the Tinley Park show is there's a lot of ball pythons, so I'm certainly going to be highlighting a few of my favorites. And I'm over at the snake keeper's table, and this is definitely going to take the cake as far as one of my favorite animals at the show. It's actually a Lavender albino tri-stripe. Now, Lavender albinos are recessives, and so are tri-stripes. And when they get bigger, they usually just have a big black line down their back. And of course, being Lavender albino, the black turns purple. So when this guy gets about 1,000 grams, it should be just a bright orange snake with a purple line. It's going to be pretty breathtaking. I've highlighted black-headed pythons before in the past, and of course they're an Australian python. But when I walked by the table and saw this beast female, I had to pull her out and show you guys. Not only is she one of the thickest and fattest blackheads I've ever seen, but look at the size of the head on that animal. You guys know that I love to show you unusual animals, and this certainly would fit into that category. This is a Silky Chicken. These guys come from Asia, but have been bred for hundreds of years to get this amazing look to them. And although these are actual feathers, they feel almost like dog fur. And all of the Silky Chickens, believe it or not, have an extra 2 fingers on each hand. They're truly an amazing animal. Probably one of the most impressive animals at the show is this Maastricht Tomasi. This is a brand new species that was bred for the very first time by Phil Tremper here in the United States. And as you can see, they're a lot different than a lot of the other Maastrichts. Again, they're from the Middle East, but they only get about this size. And what really stands out to me is this crazy round tail. Now, it's really used mainly as a defense thing. They'll actually burrow in and use the tail to cover the top of the burrow. And they also will curl up at night and use the tail to cover their head to protect them from any predators whatsoever. They're truly an amazing animal, and they come in 2 color phases. This is the green phase, but there's also a blue phase. And just like all Maastricht, they're sexually dimorphic, and the male is just really much more brilliant. Again, this is a beautiful animal.
What's intent is intent. The intensity in those arms. These guys forward. Ready, set, fight!
That he won, but I guess I'm the winner overall because he's the one bleeding from the face.
It was a done deal before it started. I mean, we all knew I was going to win.
I just got demolished.
He wasn't worth it, man. He didn't have it.
I just have one question. Will you marry me?
Everybody knows the center. She's got there's all members in the floor. Hands up. There's a lot of smiles going on in there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no!
watch videos.
That's just how I said it was going to happen. Undefeated. You know, what more is there to say?
So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. There certainly were some incredible animals in there. And if you ever want to follow some of the animal adventures that I have going on, make sure to hit us up over on Facebook and Twitter at SnakeBytesTV. Until next week, you've been watching Snake Bites.
So how old was Brian when he had his first table at a reptile show? Well, if you guessed C, 19 years old, you were absolutely correct. Nice work.
The idea behind our cake is I want to make you think. There's a snake in this picture somewhere. You just have to pull it out of your brain and become an artiste like us. Right, George?
See, this is an apricot Pueblo milk snake, so it's got the red and the orange and the black. And I didn't have to look up a picture of one either.
We got a rock and some bushes and some grass there.